Hey, it's Beatles J from Canada, and it's a very Beatle day. I've got this vintage Beatles fan magazine from late 1963, and it is authentic. Meet the Beatles, photos from their personal album, a date with George, John, Paul, and Ringo, with a message to you from the Beatles themselves. The contents of the magazine include personal portraits, Beatle background. From Us to You is a personal introduction to Meet the Beatles by George, John, Paul, and Ringo. Lead guitar Beatle, George Harrison. Rhythm guitar Beatle, John Lennon. Bass guitar Beatle, Paul McCartney. Drumming Beatle, Ringo Starr. Some Beatle background. Liverpool was the Beatles' hometown. Beatling by the Sea. Go-Karts Go, the thrills of the speedway track for the eager Beatles. Somebody's trying to make an ass of the Beatles. The Beatles from a bygone age. Promotional photo of Ringo and George. The other half of that promotional photograph, including John and Paul. Back home with the Beatles in their booming Beatropolis. The business brain behind the Beatles is Brian Epstein. Chart toppers at their moment of truth. Stars of stage, TV, and radio. The Beatles on the popular talent show Thank Your Lucky Stars. The Beatles have drawn record listening audiences for their broadcasts on the Sunday morning series Easy Beat. Tea and Ciggies with the band. The Beatles hitting the streets of London. The newsprint is a little bit yellow, but there's a lot of great photographs in this particular magazine. But as for my Beatles collection, this is the oldest piece of memorabilia I've got, so I was ecstatic to get it, and it was cheap.